Marty and Avrum, the food guys. Yes, 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 we're back. 20 years gone, 20 years back. We are here with Rosemary. And Rosemary, your story is very enlightening and heartfelt.
Thank you.
You come from a family of immigrants, which many people did, that had very little besides, their clothing or their suitcase.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's a unique story, but it's inspiring, I think, for children of today who were born and raised here and take things for granted.
That's right.
That's, and I'm constantly retelling the story of my family, because it's the only one that I know of, to my children, my nieces and nephews, because I want them to understand how difficult it was for my parents.
Yeah.
And if not for them,
you wouldn't have all this.
I mean, obviously there's another side to their family as well, but
yeah.
They have to understand that work ethic and how hard it was for my parents. And I don't think this generation really does. They
want everything.
There's an entitlement there. They
Yeah.
take things for granted, and I'm constantly telling that story that
but those
they
early
understand.
people that came from Poland, from
They had it tough.
Germany,
Yeah.
Italy. I mean, first of all, you don't even speak the language.
Absolutely.
And how do you, that's why they all sort of, in Toronto, they moved to different areas where the people were. The Italians moved where the Italians were, the Polish moved where the Polish were, and those regions just stayed in that area because they didn't even have to speak English.
Right, and just, a lot of the immigrants came with a lot of trauma.
I know.
The Jewish in particular.
Yeah.
They're
from the war.
From the war, they came, with a lot of PTSD, a lot of trauma bond that they had to carry with them and try to make a life for themselves.
I know.
I mean, yes, my father's life was difficult. My mother's wasn't as difficult, but they didn't have that same trauma.
Yeah.
So it's
amazing.
It's amazing. I have
what
such
drives
admiration.
people. But I want to talk to you about your hunger and trying to do better than your family. The Jewish families, because I'm Jewish, they came from concentration camps.
That's right.
And there's so many doctors and lawyers because their mother pushed them and said, I want you to be somebody important. I don't want you to sit on the street doing nothing.
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
so I am inspired by those people because they are so heartfelt, they're so warm, and they're so caring. But I want to know, everybody wants to know, meatball. That's a good meatball. How do you make a good meatball? Take me step by step.
Okay, step by step.
Step by step. Secret, family secret.
I don't know. I think a lot of people do it this way, but I buy veal shoulder and pork shoulder from the butcher.
From the butcher.
Ground twice.
So you don't get it in the package. You buy it from the butcher.
Never buy it in the package.
Okay.
I get it ground twice.
Yes.
Then I soak some hard bread, not the crust, but the inside, in a little bit of milk.
Yes.
We've got eggs, garlic, parsley, parmesan, and then your milk breadcrumbs, and that's it.
You soak it, all the stuff together?
No, just the breadcrumbs.
The breadcrumbs.
But you don't want them too wet. You just want to be able to make the meatballs moist.
So are the breadcrumbs going to go into the meatball?
Into the meatballs. It all gets mixed in
together. And the garlic and the parsley?
Yeah.
It all goes in. Onions?
Yeah.
So you roll them?
Roll them, and then I put them on a baking sheet, and I bake them just until on high, just until they get crusty on the outside.
Yes.
And then I put them into a boiling sauce.
So how do they stay together? Because you've cooked them, pre-cooked them.
You can also put them in without pre-cooking them. I just prefer
because some people fry them.
Yeah, some people fry them. I don't fry them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you can fry them as well, and then put them in the sauce, or you can put them directly in hot sauce.
Right. So what's the secret? Is it the milk?
I think it's everything. I think it's the right meat.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Very, very important. And then I think the soaking of the breadcrumbs just gives it that nice moistness.
But who would think to soak breadcrumbs in milk?
I don't know. I just followed my mom's recipe.
That's right. Your mom with the croquettes.
Mom, what do I do?
This girl is a wealth of knowledge about cooking. We're going to go and talk some more about some of the different dishes that you make, because you got lots to share and I want to know it all. And our viewers are going to go, oh my God, that's the secret. The secret we've been waiting for.
You know what?
Italian meatball.
I hope they don't rely on me too much because, like I said at the beginning, I don't like to cook anymore.
You don't like to cook, but you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I just don't like it.
We got more food coming up.